Hey guys, so we are starting off with a clay mask because whenever I'm going out, I need to make sure that my skin prep is amazing, which is essentially your primer for when you're applying makeup, because my makeup just sits on so beautifully. The one that I'm currently wearing, the one I always mention across all my social media platforms, is the Rosalana Pink Clay Mask from Amazon. It is hands down the best clay mask you will ever use. It closes all my pores, it gives me a brightening face. It also makes my skin very soft, very supple, but most importantly, whenever I apply my base of makeup on, it just looks beautiful. My skin looks like skin, and I always get a ton of compliments on my makeup on my skin. Make sure you don't skip your clay mask. So I've left it on for 20 minutes. I'm going to wash that off with lukewarm water, and then I'm going to show you my other skincare steps. So let's go. So I've taken my mask off, but it feels very dry, so I need some moisture back in my skin. So I usually always take the Blemboost pigmentation cream. This is amazing, and I have mentioned this a few times on my social media as well. So I take a generous amount of this and I just apply it everywhere. The sun is so bright right now. I know it will look like you have a white cast, but I promise you that will disappear in a few minutes. Just keep massaging it. So that is the pigmentation cream all gone. So the white cast will completely disappear after a few minutes. The next thing I take is a Garnier SPF cream. This is in factor 50, and this is, I just use any regular SPF. You don't need a fancy one. I don't know what all the hype is about using the really fancy SPF. You really just need to slap on any. It really doesn't matter. And for those of you who are on a budget, just buy a drugstore one. Honestly, it does the same thing. My hair clip gave me such a bad headache, so I took it off and we're just gonna try and work without it. The first thing I'm going to do is color correct around my mouth area and just under my eyes, and we're going to try and do this without putting any clips on my hair. And I can't even tie my hair because it just gets worse. First thing I always like to do is take the Dior Forever Skin Correct. This is in the shade 1W, and it's actually concealer, but I like to mix this in with my foundation because my foundation can get a tad bit orange. So I just apply that on these areas like so. And then for foundation, which is one of my favorite foundations ever, is a L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear foundation. I am in the shade Golden Beige. Just take one pump of that, and with my damp beauty sponge, just go over my face. Last week I pinched a spot on this side, and now I've got like this mark that doesn't want to go away, but I do. Oh, I forgot to wear my bio oil today, so just pounce that into your skin. That is my base all done, and honestly the skin looks flawless. It still looks like skin, and this is why I love combining the two together. So now I'm just gonna, the next thing I'm going to do is take my contour, and this is the NYX Wonder Stick in the shade Light Medium. This is very creamy and I highly recommend it. It blends amazingly. So let's go and do that right now. I don't like to contour too much. Before I used to use a very dark shade of contour, but now it's literally just swipe. And I like to just do my chin area here, and then I just go down the bridge of my nose and connect my eyebrows. Oh, and then with a stippling brush I just go in and blend that out. It blends out really effortlessly. You don't even need to use much pressure. Next is concealer, and the concealer that I use is a Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20. I don't like too much of a brightening concealer. I just like something that is not too close to my skin tone, but just a shade lighter. So I'll pop that on here. Really, oh my god, look what I did to my hair. So that was a bit of an accident, and I still got that concealer on here, so I'm just going to quickly apply it on this side as well. I don't like to use too much concealer. I just literally like to do a dot on dot, because I feel like the more concealer you use, the more creases you will get whilst applying powder, and I don't like to do that. Less is definitely more. I just recently had a lash lift, so you can see instantly that without wearing too much concealer, it still brightened up my under eyes. So now I'm going to go in with a blush and, no, sorry, I'm going to go in with my bronzer. And the bronzer that I'm going to be using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer in the shade Caramel. I love this because it gives me a lot of warmth back into my skin. Where I look very pale right now and flat, I like to use this bronzer. So I'm just going to be taking my e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush and apply bronzer the areas I need it. Yeah. Just going to lightly bronze up the face. I like to apply the bronzer quite high up my cheekbones. I've got mirror here and I've got mirror here and I don't know which one to look at. I like to add a bit of the bronzer on the tip of my nose and go quite high up and just connect this brow part. I don't know if it does anything, but that's what I do. And I like going on the apples of my cheeks because I like my cheeks to look quite full. Now I'll be setting my whole face with the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Banana Bread. This is by far one of the best powders ever, and I'm just going to be taking my Amazon powder puff, which is an extra large one. This is amazing. It covers all areas of my face really quick, and it's very flexible, so you can get into the crevices of your nose, in between your eyes. But yeah, I literally use it like this. I take that much powder and tap off the excess on the palm of my hands and I press in the powder. I do a slight bit of baking, especially when I'm going out for a couple of hours. I like to bake and let the bake sit for about 5 minutes or so, and then I will brush it all off. This is ever so soft and it gives you such a seamless, beautiful, flawless look. I highly recommend it. I will also put that in the description box for you guys. I am an Amazon addict, guys. I can't explain to you. I always shop on Amazon. Oh my god, what is this? I get very shiny on my forehead and sometimes on my eyelids. So I've got combination skin, but sometimes I can be extremely shiny. So this is how I bake my face. It looks atrocious, doesn't it? No, I'm joking, guys. So while my face is baking, let's do the eyebrows. I can't take myself seriously. I don't think you guys have ever seen me bake my face on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. There's too many to keep up with. I'm gonna just quickly fill in my brows. I'm gonna do this off camera because this is the most boring part of the whole makeup tutorial. And I use the Illamasqua brow powder in the shade Gaze. This is like a black brown because I have very dark eyebrows and very dark hair. So I'll be right back. My brows are done. Let's take off this bake right now. So let's dust it all off. I just take a really large powder brush to dust it all off. For my eyes, of course, I'm going to keep it quite neutral. I'm first taking the NARS Laguna mini bronzer, which I will use all over my eyelids. It's so cute. So let's take this and apply that all over my lid, and I'm just going to fan it out slightly on the outer corners. Do you know what? I feel like that is too light. I'm going to take the Makeup by Mario palette and take this shade over here. It's quite bad, but let's just take that and just deepen up the crease slightly. I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line and give it some depth. My favorite part now is this Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerise cream eyeshadow. This is in the shade Amber Gold and this is gorgeous. I use it every time I have like a big family function or an event to go to. It's the perfect all over gold, amber gold on your eyelids. So I will be taking that. Look how lovely it is. First, I think I'm gonna apply that with my finger because that's the best way to do it. Just, it is so creamy. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but let me show you. It is the creamiest. It's just so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I like to go quite high up with this eyes to mesmerize. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit of that and put that onto my lower lash line as well. Now to further enhance the eyes, let's do a cute little wing. I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Hyper Precise All Day eyeliner, and I'm going to draw the tiniest wing. I'm just going to get that ready for some black or brown eyeshadow. I still haven't decided if I want to use black or brown, so let's just do a really, really tiny wing. Now let's fast forward, and I think I'm going to be using black eyeshadow for this. It only makes sense because I used a black eyeliner, so I'm just going to go in with a black eyeshadow. And it gets really sunny outside, and then the sun just goes down, and then my lighting gets affected. Not good. So I'm taking the Makeup by Mario palette, and I'm taking that black shade. And okay, my eyeliner is done now. I'm just gonna go in with mascara. I did recently have a lash lift, so my lashes are just quite out there. Where's my mascara? I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara, and then I'm going to take out the clumps with Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. I do this all the time. I kind of go between this and that. So let's apply that. But before I do that, I'm just going to brush it out with this spoolie. Please ignore. Do not ever double dip in your mascara. It's just going to leave your lashes so clumpy and spiry, and you don't want that look. It's not a flattering look. So just use whatever you have left and use it on both sides of the eyelashes. And then Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. Take off the excess. You cannot tell me that my lashes do not look good. They look so good. That is my mascara done. Right, let's quickly finish off the rest of my face. I'm going to go in with some highlighter. The Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. This is the Amrezy one, and I am just going to pop that generously on. I don't really wear highlighter on a normal day at all, but because I'm going to an opening, and this is the Latte makeup, I want to plop on quite a bit, so plop that on just to give me some more bronzingness. For my lips today, I will be taking the L'Oreal Color Riche lip pencil in the shade 107. It is like the perfect caramel latte shade. I think I'm gonna add, so this is a Tom Ford lipstick in the shade Dashing. It's a very peachy coral shade. I'm just gonna add that on the center of my lips. Okay, so I'm almost out of this lipstick. This is the lipstick from Juvia's Place. It is in the shade Me. It is such a beautiful brown shade. I love it. And applied that there. And then I'm just gonna take the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. This is, I believe it's one of her most original ones. I don't know how this is gonna look. I might not even add gloss, but let's just see. Ooh. Ooh, I do like this gloss a lot. And that is a completed look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. I would really appreciate it. I know I haven't been very active on YouTube, but now that I've got my whole filming set up and equipment all ready, I am gonna definitely come back on YouTube more regularly and consistently. I really don't like uploading content that is of low standard and low quality. This is why whenever I upload some content on my YouTube channel, I want it to be the best of the best for your viewing pleasure. But yeah, that is completed look, guys, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.